Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Connect Now. I'm your co-host, or whatever, JR.
And I'm Monica.
I know, we sometimes, I want to switch it up, but then when I go to switch it up, it throws you off.
He totally throws me off. Because I'm like, wait, I was expecting this, and this. And then he just goes off on his own little...
Well, because you said the other day that and sometimes people make fun of me. Hi, welcome to, because I have it like it's the same thing, but I don't know. I don't know. That's just, I guess there's no other way to open up. But all right, never mind.
Well, as long as you keep it traditional.
Traditional? What's traditional?
Well, we always do the same way that you always do it. You don't need to like throw a curveball. Him and his curveballs now.
So what do we got going on?
But with all that said, first and foremost, I want to thank all of our viewers for keeping up with us and watching us. Really enjoy, your comments and because they've all been like positive comments, which I really love, and
positive feedback.
Yeah. And if some way, somehow, we're inspiring someone, I just want to say thank you. We might not respond to your comment, but we're responding now. And we're just saying, you know what? Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Keep them coming. Yes,
because we want to interact with people. We really want to interact with you. We want to find out more. What is it that you guys want to hear? I mean, is there certain subjects or things that you guys want us to address? Because that's what we want to do. And I don't know why. When you said something right now, thank you for keeping up with us. I kind of felt like we should change the name to Keeping Up with like something, not the Kardashians, but Keeping Up with the GWC.
Yeah. No, but I really love the comments, and I just think that, like you said, if there's anything specific that you guys want to, us to talk about, believe me, we are full of goodies.
Yes.
Full of goodies. I mean, we carry our load, very heavy load from our past. So, if you just let us know, well, there's probably something we could share, or if we can't, we'll bring someone that,
a specialist in the area,
that could possibly do that. So, we just wanted to get that out of the way. But with all that said, these episodes would not be possible without, the support of our sponsors. And I love mentioning them, like Med Spa Deluxe LA, Massage Envy, Prospectors Federal Credit Union, Suburban Water, and of course the Plaza Westcovina. Really thank you guys for supporting us.
Yes, and we have two more. We have Black Widow Investigations, and we also have the No Chance Foundation. So make sure you guys look up our sponsors. Their information. Follow them. Their information is always popping up in the show. It probably already popped up. And so call them, give them a call, go to their social media platforms, find out what they do and how you can be a part of some of them and how they can help you with any situation, even business situations that you might come upon.
Yes, and mention that you heard about them through this podcast, Let's Connect Now. And you know what? It's gonna mean a lot to them. Let's support our community, guys. It's so important. Just like you guys support us, we want to support your business. So if you guys, want to also, be a sponsor, we're open to that as well.
Yes.
And we have a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are looking them up, and make sure you guys hit like once you find their page.
Yes. Like what we're doing too. I mean, I know we already addressed that, because at the end of the day, it's like this, because we have some good topics to talk about after the commercial break. But like and share. I mean, we appreciate you watching, but the best promotion that someone could give us, and it's free, is the share button, Monica.
I know.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
It's the share button. All you have to do is share. And oh my God, all your friends know. But yeah, that will help us get the word out. Help us reach what we want to do right here in the San Gabriel Valley. Even though, our office is right here located at the Plaza Westcovina, and we do have the GWC, but our goal is to really help the local businesses right here in the San Gabriel Valley and give them the platform to showcase their business or their stories.
Yeah, so just to clarify, we are not just, sponsors can be from anywhere within the San Gabriel Valley. If you're a corporation, we welcome you. so we are not restricted to just exclusively West Covina.
Correct.
So because a lot of our sponsors have multiple locations, in different cities as well. So make sure you guys, just want to make sure that you guys knew that, because we're open to, we're inviting you. So,
even online businesses.
Yeah.
If you have an online business and you want to get the word out, give us a call as well. Stop by. We'd love to help your online business as well. We have a lot of things going on. I mean, hey, that's why the platform was created, because this woman right here, her brain wanted to reach the local community and with something different than just the regular stuff that you've been doing for many years. You wanted to change it up. You wanted to add something that had value to what you were already doing. And Let's Connect Now was birth. And now, 3-4 years later?
We started in 2021.
So about 3 years. Mm-hmm. Wow.
In November 4th.
Wow, Monica. Hey now.
November 4th would be 4 years?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Kudos to you.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Time flies. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Gosh. I hate gray hair. Stop.
I like it. It makes me look like I have wisdom. So, all right, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have a great topic to speak about. What are we speaking about real quick?
Yes, I chose the topic because I'm very passionate about fitness. We're going to be talking about fitness, but it includes a variety of things that we are incorporating into our topic. So we'll see you guys in a bit.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Hey everyone, this is Danielle with Prospectors Federal Credit Union. Just checking in with you guys, see how everything is going. Also wanted to share we have some amazing summer CD promotions right now. You guys have worked hard for your money. Your money needs to work just as hard for you. So come check us out. Check out our website. We're at www.prospectorsfcu.org, or you can visit us on our Instagram at prospectorsfcu, or give us a call, 909-396-9688. You want to reach me directly, you can get me at my extension at 2240. Come see us. We want to go ahead and share all of our promotions we have, especially with the CDs. We have a 5% APY for 5 months. We do have an 8-month at 4% APY, and we even have a 12-month at 4.5% APY. You want to know more? Come see me. See you guys soon. Bye.
Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you own a business, DM us if you want to come on our show. If you have product that you want us to talk about, if you're a brand new business, send us a DM. We would love to showcase you here in our show. We have a lot of things coming up in the next few months, so make sure you guys are looking at our promos on Instagram. And thank you so much for watching every Tuesday night on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, everybody, we are back. We hope you guys enjoyed the commercial break, because we did. No, but before we want to break, Monica did say that we are going to talk about fitness and something that you really love. She promotes a lot, even to me, as I'm really doing my best to get fit. That's why I wear a bigger shirt so I can look skinny and black. So,
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
It's the truth.
No, but yeah, black does make you look slim. I mean, not just you, but anybody.
No, because I've seen in previous episodes I wore these different shirts, like gray or something, and I'm like, why did I wear that?
I know. I love the color black. As many of you know, the majority
of
my clothes is black. I just love that color. I don't know. But it's not because I'm dark. Dark like have a dark life or anything like that. It's just, I just love it. I think it's elegant in so many different ways.
So you're not gothic. That's the word, gothic.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't mean dark like skin color dark. Anyway, whatever. And you definitely are correct. I think for maybe about 9 months now, I've been, I really set these fitness goals for myself. Mm-hmm. And what really bothers me about that, though? Although I did it for myself, I did it because I had, a really extensive surgery, knee surgery. I mean, I had a bone implant, and it was just one of those surgeries that I really thought was going to take me to a place that I didn't want to be. You know, like the couch, or, you know, just not being mobile as much as I wanted to be. And it had the total
Opposite effect.
Yes, opposite effect. And because of that is, you know, I've been, you know, doing a lot of things, different things that at first I was failing. You know, they were just not working. They were just not working. My body was not responding to a lot of these things that I was doing. But little did I know, all of the sudden, it's like I just started dropping weight. You know, and I continued doing, you know, my normal routines and got through, you know, physical therapy and all that. And now I feel like, wow, you know. But what really puzzles me about this whole thing is that I don't know if people are jealous. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if it's because I get really good positive feedback from, you know, super cool people. Oh my God, you know, even strangers, right? That tell me, you know, I look really good and this and that. And, you know, I take that to heart. And then I get negative feedback from like people that are close to me. You know, like, oh my God, you're getting too skinny, or oh, you better start eating. And you always tell me things too, like, oh my God, you know, did you eat a full meal? You know, and it's like we never win.
No,
we never win.
well, 'cause what it is that I think the personal people, it's not more that the personal. No, they're not hating on you. It's just people have seen, like, even for myself, there could be a place where I could get too skinny and it doesn't look healthy.
But
You don't. It's not that you don't look healthy, but when people met you at a certain place, I believe they some people still have that vision, the visual of you. So when they see you skinnier or thinner, I should say, because you say skinny, thinner, they look like, oh, hey. I mean, you don't look. I don't think a man or a woman look bad. It's just that, oh, whoa. You know, oh, you don't look the same. So they kind of like, oh, hey, you have some meat on your bones, girl. You know, and of course, the traditional Hispanic family, you know, is having meat on your bones. So
yeah,
they're not used to that.
Even my dad, when he saw me this last time, he was like, are you sick? Are you feeling okay? And I'm just like, yes.
Because when I did CrossFit, I was thin. I mean, I was really thin. People were telling me, people at the CrossFit gym said I looked great, but people outside the gym were telling me I looked too skinny. I looked like I wasn't being healthy. So you're right. It goes. It depends who you're hanging around, and all. It just depends on your goals.
Yeah,
it depends on your specific goal.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, my response is this. You know, because I don't really respond to the negative, because I don't know, I'm not going to defend something that actually I feel good about, you know, because I really do. I think I've been feeling my best, you know, even at 136, which a lot of people didn't think, you know, that was a bad weight. You know, for me, I was uncomfortable. I was hurting a lot, especially on my knees and my joints, and there was just a lot of stuff that was affecting me. And so once I decided, okay, I'm gonna, you know, lose weight, but I'm gonna still eat, you know, but I'm not gonna eat as much. My stomach got used to not having a lot of food, but I still eat, but I just can't finish a full meal. You know, and it's not because, you know, I take diet pills or whatever, you know, no, I mean, nobody will give them to me to begin with. Some people are even asking me, are you doing the
Ozempic.
Yeah, or something like that. And I'm like, your BMI has to be like over 130 or more, higher, because they can't give it to a person that's thin already, you know. And I've been like, I think right now it's like 22.7 or something like that. And but I feel really good. I don't know, people don't understand. Maybe you're not used to seeing me, you know, this way or whatever, but I don't mind who I see in the mirror. So at the end of the day, it's a personal choice.
So it's a personal choice to you, but at the end of the day, too, the way I look at with fitness, because people get into fitness for many different reasons. But then once they reach their, because right here it says setting goals is one of the first ones that we're going to talk about. And setting goals is great. But what happens after you surpass your goals? Like you set a goal and now you're hooked on it. So now you're like, I want to keep going. I want to keep going. I want to keep going. Then it becomes bad.
Yeah. And then it does have a psychological effect. And I'll tell you why. Because when I was 136, my goal was to lose 6 pounds and be 130. And I got to 130. And then, a couple weeks later, I was like, 130, yes, I'm going to stay right here. For some reason, I went down to 128. And then I was going down to 126 and then 125. And then I started panicking at that point. I'm like, wait a minute. What's happening? And then I even went down to like 122. And I try to justify it in my mind because, for my size, 5'2", I'm supposed to weigh like between 115 and 120. So I'm thinking, okay. But then there was some things that I didn't like, because you do lose, your butt, you lose the things that, the little bit that you have that you've been gifted with, and I just didn't like it. So yeah, I started panicking and I said, what am I doing wrong? So it's time to evaluate, right?
It's time to evaluate because too much can be too much and where it becomes unhealthy.
Exactly. So the way I evaluated myself was like, what am I eating every day? What am I eating every day? What have I cut off my diet? Not diet, but my meals or whatever, that could be causing this, because I'm not doing cardio. I'm simply just doing like, Pilates. I do a lot of like floor exercises and weights, right? And that's, I think for me is definitely like some of my food choices I don't eat anymore. So now I incorporated it back. I love cereal. And so now I started eating cereal in the morning, and then
I think you have to be at that weight that you set your goal. This is how I look at it. Like right now, I have a goal in my life, and it's not because I want to be all ripped and cut and built. I want to have an athletic look and just be healthy. That's the purpose of me being in fitness. I want to be healthy. I don't mind the dad bod a little bit, because as long as I'm healthy, and yes, it's what you put into your body that makes you healthy, because you can still put a lot of healthy stuff in your body and still gain weight, where people are like, how am I gaining weight? I'm eating really good. And that comes down to portion control. So because you're eating too much of the healthy foods, so now you're still gaining weight. You're not. So it's all about portion control as well, and when to eat and stuff. So you got to find out, what is it you're trying to do in your life? What is it you're trying to, better yourself? If you're trying to bulk up and get big and big old arms and stuff, of course you're going to have to eat more stuff. But other than that, once you get to your goal, I feel that you got to evaluate yourself once you get to your goal, because it could be addicting to where you want to surpass your goal, because now, like you said, I'm not saying you are, but it can for some become addicting to want to get thinner and thinner and thinner, because now you're like, well, if I lose this and I lose that and I'm not saying you. I'm saying for people, it could become an addiction to where you're like, wow, this is unhealthy. Put it this way. I was told that somebody actually drank too much water in a day and were flushing all their minerals out of their body.
Well, there's some truth to that. So when you were drinking like the regular water, let's just say you buy it at the Stater Brothers brand, whatever brand, the store brand.
Right.
There's no minerals in that water. Zero.
Okay.
Zero. Now, if you go and you choose Avian water, or you choose a different kind of water that costs you more money, there is minerals in that water. And so you're putting minerals into your body. But the regular water, even faucet water, has zero minerals.
So it's flushing you out.
You just, so you're basically just, it's not really doing anything for you. So there's definitely truth to that. I mean, for me personally, I think now I'm in a space where, I did have to, put the brakes on and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Let's, because, at 120 pounds for, a person like myself, that's too small. I can't even find clothes that fits me, honestly, like pants. So, like right now, I have a lot of clothes, but it's like there's a lot of my clothes that doesn't fit me anymore. And
so that kind of puts you a red flag as well, because you're like, wait a minute, I loved how this looked on me, and now this is not even fitting me. So now there is a problem.
Yeah, and at first I thought it was my mirror.
So she broke the mirror, threw it out, and bought another mirror. God, she thought it was her mirror.
I thought it was the mirror.
So, Dave, I need better lighting on this side. Can you get another lamp?
Because some mirrors make you look different.
Yeah, some make you look thicker. Some make you look thin, where they lie to you. Yeah, no, there's mirrors that lie. They lie. They lie.
And then I go into the bathroom here, and I'm like, hey, this doesn't look too bad. But then in my mirror over there, the only thing that I had to remove from my brain is that, at 136 pounds, you're not fat.
No.
And because before that, going back to 2019, I was 149 pounds, and I was running, I was training, I was doing everything.
But see, okay, let me talk about that. You were training, running, and everything, like you said. And I think what people don't understand is this, and maybe and I was, when I was working at CrossFit, they said I was thin. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, JR, you were thin. You're too thin." And I had a doctor's appointment. I went to the doctors, and I went, and my height and my age at that time, I was supposed to be 165 to 175, but because I was weighing 185, they considered me overweight. And hold on, and I was thin, but they don't take into consideration that muscle weighs more than fat.
Yes, because at Kaiser, when I was
so you're trying to burn off your muscle because you think you're overweight, and you're over there, oh, I got to burn this off.
Yeah. So,
but you're gaining muscle. You're burning your muscle.
So at 149, 5'2", I was obese. Okay, and then I lost 12 pounds, and now I'm down to 135, whatever, 136, and I'm still obese. And so when I went back at 122, it says, I'm no longer.
You're normal.
Yeah.
You're in your normal weight where you're supposed to be.
But that stayed in my head that I was obese at 136, and it really plays like a
especially
negative
I think
effect.
on women it does. It plays a big role on women, because women are all about going onto the scale, checking in their weight. Oh my God! But they don't understand that they're at the gym lifting weights. You're doing presses for your to get a bigger booty. You're doing presses.
But my doctor even said, for a woman your age, and I'm not going to share my age, but for a woman your age, usually the scale just keeps rising and rising and rising, because your body's going through a lot of changes, and for women, after 40, the weight gain can spiral.
Oh yes,
right?
definitely, because our metabolism starts to slow down.
And so for me, the fact that wasn't happening, I was getting a little scared there for a minute, but then she told me, what is it that you're doing? So I told her, she says, maybe it's just your metabolism, it could just be that, or
no, I have to admit, you have stayed away from certain foods. You've stayed away from drinking.
I don't need
you
a
didn't
lot
really,
of chocolate
yeah, you didn't
anymore.
need a lot of chocolate anymore. Before we would get our snacks here and stuff. So you have done a lot of portion control on the sugar end, and when you do cut out a lot of sugar, of course you're going to drop, because it's sugar. But now that you've shared with me that you're not doing cardio, and you are starting to do more the weights and certain workouts, more weightlifting workouts, you are going to gain muscle, and we have to remember that the muscle is going to weigh more.
Absolutely.
So when you step on the scale, you have to. NutriShop has that that machine, NutriShop, our good friends Rick, NutriShop Glendora, have a machine where you go there and you can actually, it scans your fat. So you should be able to do that rather
Well,
than
the way
going on the
I
scale.
measure that, the way I know if I've gained weight is by, a muscle. And I know I have because now, I'm like 1.5 pounds, a little bit more than 122. But if the same pants are still fitting me the same, the same pants are fitting me the same. So that means that it is I'm gaining muscle, but they feel maybe a little more snug. And but the way I know that it's not muscle is if I'm wearing, trying to get into those pants and they're no longer button or they fit me, I'm very uncomfortable wearing them, so I don't know.
I think everyone has their own. Everybody has their own way of measuring whether they are gaining weight or not. Because I do the same thing too. I have certain jackets that I'll put on.
No, that's what you say every time you come here. Oh, this shirt's starting to fit me really good. It's,
Exactly. Like even this shirt today, I'm like, oh my god, it's a large. It's not an extra large. I feel like I'm really good right now. Even Aiden gave me a compliment. He's like, dang, JR, you look great today. And I was like, thanks, Aiden. No, but seriously, I think everyone measures according to a favorite pants that they wear, a jacket that they wear. All of a sudden they put it on, they're like, oh yeah, I think it's time to lose weight. Or the women are putting pants on, these don't fit anymore. I think it's time to start losing some weight. So it's funny how you say it because everybody has something in their closet that they will measure whether they're losing weight or gaining weight.
Yeah, but I've, like we were saying, earlier, setting goals is number one, right? It's definitely just setting a goal that is reasonable. Like, don't set, when people set like very high goals, I mean, it's great in other areas, but when it comes to personal, like if you're trying to drop weight or if you're trying to gain, depending on where you're at, if you say, I want to lose 40 pounds, then go and lose those 40 pounds. But the way I was thinking to myself, I was saying, I'm going to lose 5. I did it in increments of 5, and I thought if I lose the first 5, then yes, you celebrate that win, right? But if I'm saying to myself, if I'm like 180 and I say, I'm going to lose, 50 pounds or whatever,
it's unreasonable.
Psychologically, unless you're going to go have surgery or whatever, then okay, I could see that, but. Because it's going to be a gradual thing and you cannot give up. So you have to really assess yourself. What kind of a person am I? Am I the kind of person that actually, sticks to goals? Am I the kind of person that says, I'm going to be doing this next year. I'm going to travel to Paris, and you actually do it? Or are you the person that just, fantasizes that they're going to do this and they're going to do that and you fail? So as an adult, you have to really evaluate, who you really are, because you need to maintain your whatever it is that you're doing so that you don't go backwards. Because it's very disappointing if you crash halfway down, because a lot of people do give up and they're like, I'm never going to lose that weight, forget it, I'm done. And they go back to their old habits. Because I know people too that, I love donuts, croissants,
Oh,
cookies.
me too.
I mean,
old-fashioned chocolate one. Oh,
definitely. I've lost my taste for donuts. Like, I will not eat one. I tried eating some of it. I think I picked one, and I almost felt like nauseous. And I like that.
No,
for
it
me,
is good.
I liked it
That's
because
really good.
that's something that is like seasonal for me now, probably, because I don't care for it anymore. I've lost my taste for it. And yesterday, as a matter of fact, David, my husband, said, you're a salad girl. And I said, I am? How do you know? He's like, I don't know. You're just a salad person. No, I'm not. You know why? Because he knows that if I get a meal, like a regular meal, I'm not going to finish it. So he's trying to push salads onto me now. I like them, but not like,
I couldn't eat salad every day. Heck no.
No way.
I could go. I need a burger. I'm sorry.
No, it's just setting goals that are definitely doable and staying focused, and then set a goal that's gonna keep you motivated, because if you are not motivated, then you're not gonna try, you're not gonna you're not gonna be willing to try new things and this and that. So try and find finding exercises that you enjoy too, while you're doing that, working out with a friend or tracking your progress is definitely very important. So, and then celebrating, every victory,
Yes, because one of the things too people don't understand is your environment is very important. 'Cause like you said, staying motivated and eating right, that comes down to as well who you're surrounding yourself with. I know it's a cliche, but it's even like, you are who you hang with. Yes. It's the
kinda
truth.
true.
It's the truth when it comes to work. It's the truth when it comes to life. It's the truth when it comes to even fitness. The best times that I've seen myself in the greatest shape of my life was when I was at CrossFit Insurgent, because who I was hanging out with, everybody that was fit.
But you loved it. I remember.
I loved it.
I remember when you used to stop by, and I have to give you props. You would stop by, and you were always like, you were very, very involved because you were passionate about it and you loved it, right? And I think you really like being around a lot of people because you're a people person, and so you just you were part of that community and you loved it.
I loved
and
it.
not just that, something that I admire you for. I actually admire something about you.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Is the fact that you drink a lot of water.
Yes, I do.
You drink a lot of water, and so regardless, but your environment is definitely
Because it helps with avoiding mistakes. That's what the environment does is avoid, because you work so hard all week. You go to the gym and you're waking up and you're being successful and you're like, yes, yes, yes. And then Saturday comes and all your workout that you did all week was literally for Saturday so you could have fun. Is that a good thing? No, it's a bad thing because you put it all back. So you start all again on Monday.
Yeah, but you do need to have a cheating day. But I'll tell you what.
But yes and no, because I was talking to some buddies. We were talking about it, a cheating day. Yes, okay, a cheating day. So why are you still putting things in your body that hurts you?
It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
telling
You
why.
were telling me?
So
Okay.
for me was, I love In-N-Out. Okay.
Red Robin, In-N-Out, Lazy Dog.
because I love cheeseburgers. I do.
I know.
Okay.
If you want to win her heart over, make sure you guys bring a cheeseburger to the office, and you'll win Monica's heart over.
I love fries, with ketchup. I mean, it's just a lot of things that I enjoy. Doesn't mean I have to cut them off. I just have to modify the ingredients.
Yes, and portion control.
And modify my ingredients. Like I had, In-N-Out. So I decided not to have the cheese nor the bread. I did a protein style.
Okay.
And I loved it. It still had the, the dressing that I like. So I figured, with the Thousand Island dressing, then I'm just going to keep that. And, and then you put
I've had a friend do with In-N-Out Burger where they just took off the top bun, no cheese, the lettuce, everything else, but they keep the bottom bun and they eat it like a tostada.
Yeah,
because you have a little bit of carbs. Yeah, you're modifying a little bit of carbs.
But you can still have it. You can still have everything that you want. It's just again, like you said, portion control and modifying the ingredients.
Well, when I get In-N-Out, I do get In-N-Out. I get the burger, I get the fries, but I don't drink the soda. I'll drink water. I'll drink water, and I feel that soda is taking it just over the hill. So I'll eat my burger, my fries, and then I'll have some water. I'll have some water with it. And I know people are like, water? I'll drink water. I mean, that's it.
Because sometimes I used to eat things that I wasn't supposed to eat, and I would say, "Well, I'm going running tomorrow, anyways."
Exactly.
I'll burn it. Oh, I'm going to the gym or whatever. I'm burning it. It's not necessarily true because remember, you can be working out and being, having so much success, but then you have one of those days where you just start adding the bad things to your diet, because every successful workout is going to have to do with what you put in your body.
Yep.
With the kind of food. If I'm not eating enough and I'm doing cardio, I'm gonna disappear from the living earth. If I'm running but I'm still eating large portions of food, I'm saying, what, I ran 10 miles, so I just go and I just eat, and eat. You're wasting your time at the gym at this point.
Well, and you could be eating the bad stuff too, and you're not giving the right protein and the right nutrients
the right fuel to your muscles.
to your body, to your body and your muscles to recuperate. So now you're just damaging yourself. So there's a whole effect.
There's a lot of factors.
Yeah, a lot of factors to get.
You know, but is it achievable? 100%. But discipline is probably, you know, the number one thing, because you could want it and you can envision it and everything. But if your mind is not connected with what we are eating and putting in our bodies, then there's a disconnection that you need to find out what it is first. You know?
I know what I love about this topic too, and people might say, "Why am I going to tune into this when I have a business? I'm an entrepreneur." And all this stuff. Fitness for a business owner, fitness for an entrepreneur, fitness for you. Just let's say you're a manager or something, or just for work purposes. Fitness is so important, because it allows you to go to work or be the boss, whoever you are, and have a clear mind.
I think it's an advantage, actually.
Huge advantage.
Because now you can make time in your day to go and take care of your body, you know, your mind, and then you come to work and you have, you know, your head is, you know, your mind is more clear, and you're able to think about, you know, just go on with your work day. If you're not feeling comfortable, what does that look like? You know, when you're bloated, or, you know, you're just full of gas and you don't know what to do with it.
I feel lazy today.
And
oh
you
my God.
feel, you know, lethargic, right? It's like it's not good.
Yeah, some of it coming back to people hate Mondays because of the weekend.
I don't.
Because they splurge. I don't hate Mondays either. I've learned this as a business trick. I read it in a book, and it said, do something for your job or for your business on Saturday and Sunday. It doesn't have to be all day, an hour or two, because you won't hate Mondays. The problem is on Fridays we shut down, and not just with work and not just with business, but we shut down even with health, because it's Saturday, Sunday. It's time. I deserve this, what I'm going to do on Saturday and Sunday. That's what everyone said. I deserve this. I deserve this. I worked all week and I deserve this. And how are you supposed to argue with someone like, well, then go do it, but I don't want to hear you on Monday complaining.
Yeah, but you know what? But if you love your job, then it doesn't matter whether it's Monday or Friday. If you don't love your job, yeah, you're going to drag it. You're gonna just, oh my God, it's going to be Monday. I have to go back to work. I love what I do.
Me too.
And I love being here. And so to me, Monday is Monday, you know. But just, you know, something else to keep in mind, everybody, is once you start, you know, your workout regimen, of course, pick out things that you like, that you enjoy doing, that your body is capable of doing. And definitely, you know, keeping in mind, because something that could throw you off super fast, like just like that, from one day to another, from 1 hour to the other, from 1 minute to the other, 1 second to the other, is if you don't know how to do certain things and certain exercises, you could ruin everything by pulling a muscle, by injuring yourself. I know someone that started lifting weights. A 10-pound weight was dropped on her toe. Broke her toe.
God.
Yeah, broke her toe, and that was it. She was down for, I think, 4 months, because she couldn't recuperate from her toe, and she just figured, I'm not going to wear sandals to the gym, because I told her, you could still go and do the things. It's okay if you wear sandals.
You can still do upper
She
body
didn't want
workout.
to.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to, so it threw her off 100, you know, just like totally. So I was like, okay, so then, you know, so that's why, you know, I have it here, you know, avoiding mistakes and learning how to do certain things the right way. And you know why she dropped the weight? Because she had the weight, the 10-pound weight on one hand.
Her phone.
Yes.
I knew it. Wow.
Because, yeah. So she just forgot. Especially if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
You know, she forgot. So she dropped it and dropped
Wow.
it on her toe. So, and it's not just that, you know, that it could be, you know, a number of things. So there's a lot of really good apps that you can download if you're doing it at home or YouTube even. Just, you know, form, right?
Yeah, and you
Form
put it
is
here.
very important.
Getting help. Don't be embarrassed to get a help, personal trainer or a coach that can provide guidance, support, motivation to help you reach your fitness goals. You know, because sometimes people don't want to get started in fitness because they don't know where to start. You know, or they're getting started. Because there's some people that say, I know, I already know what to do. I already know what to do. And then you see them 2-3 months later, and they're like, shoot, man, I ain't losing weight. Well, why don't you try this and this and this and this? I already know what to do.
You know how you call me? Okay, so JR calls me,
what?
what is it? The freeway, the lane that we take for two people?
Carpool.
Oh, carpool monitor. He calls me carpool monitor.
Because people, let me tell them why. Because we'll be on the carpool lane, And then, people will just zoom right across the white lane. And she's like, oh my God, the cops need to get them. Like, calm down, carpool monitor.
Or they're pushing me and, because they want me to go faster or whatever. And it really aggravates me. So you're right. I am one of those people because I found myself going to the gym and having anxiety because I see the people that are doing it right. And then I see people that are doing it. They're so off.
Yeah.
So off. And then I one time approached this lady and I said, do you want me to show you how to? No, I already know how to do it. I've been doing this for years, honey. And then she gets up and I'm like, oh my God, that's supposed to change. This isn't that. It's not working.
It's not working.
And I saw the way she was doing it and it was just so wrong.
Yeah.
And I get really like, I have anxiety over that because they don't understand.
No, they don't understand. And I see that you're right because I'll go there too. And you'll see guys with dumbbells and they're swinging their arms and I'm like and they're heavy, like the guy he's getting huge like 40-pound dumbbells and he's swinging and I'm 25 but I'm straight and I'm just doing it very slow because I'm keeping the tension on my muscles and I'm looking at this guy like, cool for you, bro, like swing all you want, you're gonna hurt your back because you're swinging your whole body to get it up, and you think like you're not doing it properly.
Even girls. That one girl that I saw that was doing a deadlift with the bar, and had like all this weight, and she was really small. But the way she was doing it and pounding that thing on the ground as if, and I was like, oh, there's got to be people here that teach people how to do it, and some people they think that because they watch you do it, that they're gonna know how to do it. It's totally different, and I always say, women don't need to lift, heavy weight the first time they do a workout. It's, you start off with, 5, then you go to 10, 15, you gradually increase, and it depends on how you want to look. If you want to look bulky, then
do your thing, yeah.
Whatever. But, so I have here also, mind and body. Like I told you before, the mind has to connect to your body, because if it doesn't, then there's a disconnection that could have a really huge impact on your motivation.
And it's not just you say mind and body, and it's very important because I know we talked about eating, but another contributor to not helping lose weight, stress.
Of course, and alcohol.
Yep, stress and alcohol. Because what people do when they stress out, they go drink or they go eat or they go do something, and it doesn't help because stress. And I've learned that because stress. I mean, cortisol, the cortisol and the fat and stuff. So if you're over there stressing so much, you're not contributing. You got to stay positive reinforcement in what you're doing and anything you're doing. And if you're over there worrying and stressing and yes, maybe your job's a little difficult or what you're doing is a little difficult, but you're stressing about life so much, workout should be used as your escape.
Well, because you got to remember, the brain is a muscle. Okay? So
we're programming it.
So if you are not, exercising your brain by, reading or I don't know, something that makes you happy, dancing, painting, whatever it is, if you just go and you're just like going through the motions, and then you go to the gym and you work out, or you go on a run or whatever, but you come back with the same problems. Yeah, that's there's a disconnection. So you have to learn, to make sure that you're exercising the brain, the brain muscle, and really just, taking charge of that. Because if you don't, then again, that cortisol hormone that you were talking about is a woman's worst enemy.
Oh, man's too.
Shoot. And that's, I'm not an expert at any of this stuff, so I'm just making mention of what I've heard. But it does have an impact. So make sure you guys are, pay attention to this first, and then everything else will start connecting, because you also have to celebrate your goals. You have to talk to yourself in a positive manner so that you can start loving yourself and really believing that what you're doing is good for you. Don't don't compare yourself to so and so, or I want to look like this person that I have on this app or whatever, because that's like That's just not.
And you don't even know if they use an app to modify it, which they most likely do.
I don't know.
So
but-
some of those apps are unreachable goals that they do for us. You know, they're unreachable. It's not natural and stuff. And everybody using the apps and stuff to make themselves look good in certain positions and angles and stuff. So, yeah, it's a mind thing. We have to keep our mind positive, like you said, celebrate. Those are important stuff. And it could, because, working out, and if you're not seeing the results that you want, it could get discouraging. You could just give up and say,
the
what, I'm
results
done
don't
with this.
happen in the first, you'll notice something in the first 3 months, and then you'll notice something at 6 months, and then for sure a year if you stay consistent, right? But nothing happen. You're not, just because you've been working for a month, lifting weights, don't expect to see a big old bulky arm or whatever. Muscles do have memory, so whatever you did in the past, your body will remember. I know where I get really bulky, the areas that I have that, oh my God, they respond to everything. And it's like, I want to shut that muscle down because it does. It's painful for me. My neck does hurt. And I have to find positions to sleep. But so it's all about just really knowing your body and really knowing, like, really choosing things that you're going to stick to. Because the soreness, you might not feel it if you're doing like all these things for the first time, and then you might wake up like this. The third day would be the worst.
Yeah.
So
Sore as
you
heck.
don't want to do that. So,
That's
but
good.
definitely being active, even if you're busy, find ways to stay active, like talking to, like talking to positive people, at work. If you have stairs, take the stairs, go for a walk, or just doing, some little quick workouts at home,
Yep.
that are easy, but, always, trying to stay, active in some way, form, or shape. Rest and recovery is very important.
Yes.
And if you make it to, your 6 months after working out, and people start noticing, then celebrate that, because that's important, right? It'll keep you motivated for the next 6 months.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's a lifestyle that you're now adopting. You can't just do it for 1 year because you're going to have a wedding, and then after that, it's like, oh, whatever.
No, it's a
No,
lifestyle.
it's a lifestyle, right?
No, I love it.
So
yeah, we got to keep doing that. And yeah, like you said, the success stories, hearing stories from people who have reached their fitness goals can inspire you to keep going. And so, yeah, it's just fine. Like we talked about, this whole thing is there's so many things that go into play of what we just discussed for fitness. And we've given certain bullet points and certain things. And it's amazing because as you wrote these things down, it's a whole process that, if you're really serious about losing weight, if you're really serious about being healthy,
or toning your body,
or just toning your body, because you're saying, I want to look good for myself, then there's all kinds of there's key elements in your life that you have to make sure that they're in alignment. It's your mind, it's your surrounding, it's your eating. You could go on, and when all those things are in alignment, you will see the results that you want. But if, let's say, you're eating right, but then you're not really, your mind's not there, then it will throw it off, and if even with working out, you could be eating right, not working out doing the right things, and you're like, why am I'm eating right in a position that you're in. I'm eating right, but now I'm losing weight like crazy, and now I'm way past my goal, and I didn't want to be right there. So it's like, everything has to be.
But I have a connection to my body. Like, my brain is connected to what I am doing, and so I know how to assess myself, and I know.
No, you're
when
good at
to
that. You're good to
break.
quit, but not a lot of people are.
And one thing that I would say to all of you is definitely give yourself grace, because there's a lot of people that are working out, that there's different circumstances for everybody. Okay, I know a couple of people that are taking medication for something, and unfortunately your medication if you read it, it says there weight gain, and they have to be on this medication. They have to. But if they have a workout that they do and they're consistent with what they're doing, it won't allow it to go that way. But if you don't do anything, then yes, expect that to be, to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So So there's just a lot of different factors, but do give yourself grace, for if you're going through something, and just baby steps, but make sure that you're staying structured, and that there's a beginning, and definitely to fitness, there's no end.
There's no end.
Make it a lifestyle, forever.
I love it. Because sometimes we are on our fitness path, and things will happen in our lives, and it will throw us off. But those are times where, because of your discipline, you'll be able to utilize those times when you go walking, running,
Switch it up.
to be able to release stress and to think and have those moments by yourself. Because there's times where I've heard men and women say, I just like my alone time. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Go for a run. Go do something that makes you happy, to just unwind, like we've been talking about a lot lately. I like to go home now and just from work and just 15 minutes and just detox my mind and everything, and just
shut
sit
it all
there,
down.
and I shut it down for 15 minutes, and I actually feel rejuvenated. I really genuinely feel rejuvenated, where I'm like, okay, husband duties now around the house type things. But I love this talk.
I tried it, and I've actually fallen asleep.
Yeah, she has. I'll be calling her like, hey, we gotta do this, and sorry.
I know. I wake up at 9. I'm like, what? Time to go to bed again?
She heard her husband invited me over for a barbecue. Never happened. Someone fell asleep. I go, you don't call me in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go get something to eat. So sorry.
And David won't wake me up because he's like, oh my God, I just felt like you were so tired. I didn't want to wake you up because you were sound asleep. And I was like, no, you were supposed to wake me up. So yeah. I mean, it's great to feel great, and I can't stress it enough, though. Don't try to be like anyone else, because that's stress right there on its own.
Oh, definitely, yes.
So just do it for you. What you see in the mirror, the changes you want to see, do it for you. It's something that fits you. It's like, don't make a dress that's for a Kardashian or someone that you admire so much, because it's not. You're just hurting yourself. So learn to accept yourself first. Acquire that self-love, and just work at it. And that's it. Just be mindful. We're not gonna. Everybody wants to look perfect. There's no perfect.
No, there's no perfect. I mean, everybody has a flaw. I mean, and it's the truth. And sometimes, some people are just good at hiding their flaws.
Yeah. So can we just end this by me saying
go ahead.
something? So this weekend we went to the beach, and I really enjoy it. When I enjoy the beach even more when there's not a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is funny. So so there I am. I actually was on the sand on a towel blanket, whatever, and then my husband was actually sitting on a chair. Okay, so we're having a great time looking at people, normal stuff, the little kids, whatever. Anyway, so all of a sudden I see this group of like 12 women that come, and they're setting up their canopy, and and all of a sudden they undress, and they're in their bathing suits or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something that I did not notice, okay? And I didn't notice what their canopy said.
Oh.
So almost all of them, okay? All of them were a little overweight.
Mm-hmm.
But they look in shape. And so when all of a sudden they start doing squats down the little hill sand, they're doing squats. And of course I'm going to notice because I'm on the floor, and I'm like, they're like right there, like, 10 feet away from me. They all had a fake butt, but it was humongous. I mean, huge. And at first I didn't notice, but I was looking at all of them, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? That doesn't happen with squats just like that, because they were like on the larger side. And they were doing squats, and then they were doing like planks, and then they were holding it and doing that. So my husband was like, it was the show of his life probably, And I was just there like, oh my God. I felt like a toothpick in the sand, and I noticed that they were from Mexico. and they promote like I guess a clinic that does
Like BBLs?
Yes, you know, and
So they were
was
doing
like-
all their stuff to kind of promote what they were doing, so
So,
women could come and go,
I think-
oh my God, how can I get that? I want to get that.
because no woman on their right mind, unless it's like, you know, not as packed on the beach, you know, they'll run, or I seen them like do like certain things, or they're playing volleyball or whatever. But I've never seen a group of women, you know, do squats, and then they were doing like a squat where they're holding it. They were exercising their butts while getting a tan. It was funny. I thought it was the
All
funniest
right,
thing
Dave had
ever.
the show of his life. He's like, well, you put me here. All right.
Yeah, and so then we're walking to the car or whatever, and they're still there, you know, and we're walking to the car, and I said, so what did you think? And he was just like, what? And he's like trying to play it off or whatever, you know, and
Oh
then
my God.
I said, and then I just kind of looked, and I'm like, yeah, because there's nothing here. And he's like, I'm happy. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm good. But yeah, it just, I was being a kind of like, you know, I don't know. I was just being a little hater or whatever. But, you know, do you.
At the end of the day, you got to
Yeah.
do you, because you know what? We'll end with, we got to get going. Do you, you're right. Do you, because you know what? Somebody could honestly say to themselves, I'm too thin. And there's somebody that's not happy that they feel that they feel they're thicker than they're supposed to be. And both are going through their what they're going through. One wants to be thinner, the other one wants a little bit more weight.
Yeah.
And you know what? Everyone's going through what they don't have type thing. And just be you and be happy and find your goal, you know, and don't look at the unrealistic stuff.
Yeah,
Kudos
no.
to Dave. He didn't answer that. Great one, Dave. We'll talk later about it, Dave.
No, but it's true. No, you know what, Jared, the truth being, and this is the last thing I would say, the truth being, like, I did for a while wanted to even consider something like that, but now that I've been around it too much and I've been seeing it, it's out of my head. Like, that's not something that I want, because at the end of the day, you know, you can only do so much before all that is just gonna tumble down, and there's too much maintenance that has
Yeah.
to go with that. And no, I would rather get another Louis Vuitton purse and, you know, something that's gonna last me a long time.
Hey, the forces of nature, everything comes down.
Yeah, but to each his own. To each his own. If you're considering it, hey, is that what
Yep,
you
to
want?
each your
Then do you.
But hey,
Do
thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys. And once again, if you guys want more information about what we're doing, make sure you guys go to greaterwestcovina.com. We have all of our calendar up. We have our President's Circle. We have a lot of things happening here at the GWC as well. Come visit us. You know, come visit us. We love visitors and stuff here. And if you do have a product or you have a business, you're an entrepreneur, you have a great story, DM us, give us a call. Love to have you on the show and share your story or your business.
Yes, yes. And again, thank you so much for tuning in every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. on Facebook, being our #1, and on YouTube.
Yes,
right?
on YouTube.
So, yeah, check out all of our preview videos on our Instagram page, Let's Connect Now. You know, hit like, you know, comment. I'm going to be expecting that. So next Tuesday, I'll be talking about it.
Whoa.
Oh, my God, Jared, nobody commented. Nobody said nothing.
And she will do that to me. Yeah, she will tell me. All right, guys. So next week, we'll see you guys.